eternal, primal essence. You've got me, bright child. You got me from that first time that I saw you crawl across the open floor to that first time that I saw you walk upon fire. You got me, bright child, holy child, child of all my hope and reverence. I saw her coming down 4th Street again today. Today would not be like any other day. Oh no, today I'm gonna follow that girl and see where she goes and get that glowing, eternal, primal essence. Follow me if you can. She knows I've got a little leather left on the soles of my shoes. Until I do follow her down. Matter of fact, we can gain that place where she waits upon that glowing, eternal, primal essence. A smiling Japanese tea garden. Even this, the moon garden of the sun. She like no other knows others, but none as clear and bright and pure as her. Night and day. Take some tea, says the man in the corner behind me. He smiles and I vow I'll take anything that you've got. And the man is going away to get my tea, and I light a candle because the candle is there, because the magic is there, because like the smile, this is all happening right now. And the bright child girl, where is she? There, upon the low stone wall, the cherry blossom hanging across her face like a veil. It is her wedding day.
It's no help to worry. You must think you got this. You can do this. When you think I'd like a drink of water, your hand picks up the glass, raises it to your lips. You're riding on an infinite wave. Put your finger in the water. See how it creates more rain. You can see the reflection of stars. When you try to touch them, they disappear. We can be the waves guiding each other. We can be the storm we turn away from. Turn to the sun-drenched beaches at the edge of time. Turn to the orchards where we rested in summer. Turn your thoughts to what heals you, even in the darkness. And good evening and welcome to Poetry Open Mic Asheville, Asheville's longest running and voted best open mic thanks to your support. Good evening, my name's Caleb Beisert. Happy to be with you this evening as your host. We're going to have a good old time here tonight. We still got a couple spots left on the list. If anyone wants to sign up, go ahead and get at it. Please very legibly stay within the time limit and also watch the show. That way you won't miss your spot. Also, shout out to my awesome crew tonight, my brother Morgan Beiser and Eric Severance holding down all the workings of this. Yeah. Thanks to everyone tuning in online tonight as well on Kava, YouTube, Facebook, IamAVL, Instagram, all the channels. Happy to be with you. Yes, indeed. Leave us a comment. Hit that like button. I'm gonna warm up with a few more corners and we'll get some open micers up here. Y'all be sure and buy some drinks, support Sour Kava, which brings you this great event and many other great events every week, including Low Wolf and Friends featuring Taylor Hyatt this Friday night at 8, and on Saturday night at 8 we got a Zero Proof party for you, curated by Dale Wolf. That's going to be a good time. And as always, it's Open Jam on Tuesdays. Check it out, y'all. Here's some more poems. This one's called West Asheville Sutra. 16 bright chimes, water in the dark. The radio plays the wrong song. He pulled the jokers from the decks and set them on fire. Fire to the night of police cars, 2 by 2 by the highways under overpasses. Fire of streams of people, and you're unspeakable. Take the ticket, you know. And the fire's coming over the hill towards Hot Springs. We pulled out into the night. It was clear with clouds overhead. The jazz horns of the cars going by on Haywood Road, the brick facades gaunt in the hour. Hush as the mist enshrined backyard sloping the way of water, dark tangle of lights, the closed bars, one window. There it is. Go for it. And this one's called Open Voicing. Ghost drummers gather in ranks at city's edge, where a disease tastes of damp wool as cantores peer smoking from white caves. On rooftops of city towers, money launderers serve drinks to derelicts, and dilettantes make out with thieves. Orphaned poets wash windows for paper and pens, antidotes, their only possessions, while ruined salesmen hawk their poems, 1 for 3, 2 for 5s, in the streets of music, saxophone, piano, other world voices. Yesterday's poison washes to the sewers, and all the people at the laundromat absent-mindedly wash their souls with bleach. Joe Zawinul blows blue glass into death. Something for my back. On the front porch, the lashings of a bamboo shade picked up by wind tie knots around a wooden chair. Complex knots I can't untie. A sheepshank, a shibari of the icy wind. Asheville wind in winter has been known to carry patio furniture up to 5 city blocks. But in this case, the wind fastened the chair to its porch, and I sit in the chair rigged to the railings as the wind takes another breath and the night continues without waiting. Wind fingers keep on tying. The wind on the mountaintop knocks you off your feet if you don't brace for it. My boy tied off one last time. As the cord loosens, he is already gone, the only breathing, the hollow wind, silent, pale rubber mask, skin gone, gone to the other shore. The end of the vicious rope whips the bodiless air. Thank you. I got 2 more for you. This one goes out to all these wonderful people I've met through the Kava bar community, gathered around this ancient plant beverage. It's called squeezing kava. Of course, to make the kava really well, we squeeze it fresh by hand every day. And you can even come in here in the afternoons and see it being made. It's messy work, but somebody's got to do it, namely Rob and Nathaniel. Timmy, shout out. All right, squeezing kava. I twist the mesh bags until the juice runs down my tensed forearm, streaking my skin like landscape dripping off the map of elbow. There's no way to master this art. Only by strength and time do we see the libations of our labors. Only by wringing the strainer bags, those dark pillows of powdered root, do we begin to think of who we are. Our mercies, recreations, commiserations. Those times we forget the loneliness we share. This drink seems very bitter to be from the sunny volcanic soil of paradise, South Pacific islands, more bitter than dark rain clouds fast approaching on the heel of the wind. I continue to press into the bitter root of vague language, root of mellow lamp-lit evenings, root of quiet conversation among darkened cypress, among the sociopaths and former drunks, among the time-killing kids and suburban heroes, among street chemists and street philosophers, among poets and musicians, in a bar on some off-world moon. I squeeze the kava for all of them. Noble plant with heart-shaped leaves, Lava-sprung root for high intention, this place of peace, for armchair meditation. So many passers-by stoop in the doorway and look in, while the regulars stare into the muddy finds in the bottom of the cup. I squeeze the Kava for all of them. I squeeze and knead the damp soul dust, pulp, root, chip, tendrils, capillary laterals, yellow-green froth of lactone swirl from sand bubble into stainless steel basins, cambros, ceremonial bowls. I strangle the velvet clay, pour water, pressing into the pillows, essence of healing earth, the chalk smell of the brew as I twist the olden roots. In the poetry of Federico Garcia Lorca, roots are a metaphor for belonging. We found this place to belong, as cedar roots search the rocky bald of a mountain for the little crevices where they grasp hold somehow. Maybe if we work our roots long and hard enough, we can reveal the essential ingredients to share with the world in little shells of coconuts. Cheers. Or a bula, as we say. This last poem is by the poet Neely Tchaikovsky. He was part of the baby beat generation, it was called, the San Francisco Renaissance of the 1970s. He was also the biographer of Charles Bukowski, who some of you may be familiar with, also associated with the beat generation. And Neely was a dear friend of mine, and he just passed away last year. And this is a poem Neely wrote for Eric Walker. It's called In the Grove. The idea is splendid. A Japanese pavilion filled with gawking eyes, men with cameras built into their bodies. You are laughing and guiding me into an infinite conversation on hills and hidden ravines. We find the redwood trees and a pine grove and a cold corner and a fence, then a cactus garden where we walk and take our time, and you and those wild, wide eyes popping out of your restless mind see at last as many colors and touch as many leaves and find as many secret paths as I do. You smile. Moments later, frown. I follow you into a tunnel, so wet, so dark, we call it crazy, dangerous. The smell of your cigarette lingers. Poems come down to touch us like swans we've invented and let go of in a pond. I hear you in the clouded park, wondering when you'll be in some other realm, riding all afternoon. Within, I remain quiet and selfish and do not want to share everything. You are even more reticent. Write me now from the crowded cafe. Take another cup and fill it with the music of Agamemnon. Do not hesitate to turn the key on every rhododendron and all the trees we can never identify. Tell me again of the low, sleepless nights. Live 1,000 times walking through the grove, my young lover. The colors talk in high-pitched voices because they remain sleepless and doomed to lie on the petals of the plants all day and all night. Only a defiant change of season will annihilate them. You are my miracle today. You fill the rooms. Your lips cover the windows. The hamadryads are covered in bay-born fog. A troop of minstrels march out of your body, my love, my difficult scribe. You speak of the Greek gods and goddesses and keep asking, what would the dead poets do if we held a summit and summoned them to rise from their stupor and pass through the grove? Thank you very much. Yes, indeed. All right. We got a whole bunch of talent on this list here. We're going to get down to it. Keep in mind, performers stay within time limits, and be sure to watch the show so you don't miss your spot. And also to support your fellow performers tonight. We love supporting our performers here. And that's also why we make a whole bunch of noise for them to support them. And we can try this out on our first performer tonight. We have Elizabeth Chandler in the house with us tonight. Hey, y'all make a whole bunch of noise for Elizabeth. Give it up. Yeah.
Flap of a decade dragged through suddenly feel as if you were half drunk, blinded and weak, taste entangled lips, or passing fear of stricken loss. When all is faded and I can't remember where good things began, but yes, she stays. That shit's emotion. And as soon as the idea fell from my lips, I realized she asked because I had not known. Yay, we're getting better. So here's the commentary. I'm a lesbian of a certain age, so I listened to a lot of Indigo Girls, and they had a song in their 2000 album, Retrospective, called Devotion. I love that song. I love that. Thank you. If you're not singing in your head, you're just not my people. Okay, so I'm a lyrical listener, and those words like do something to me, particularly the chorus, because one day moves into two, and I'm losing everything except for you. And I would sing you a song of devotion. That's what I should do. And that's where this poem came from. The idea of losing everything except the person you're in love with is completely foreign to me. My mom said third time's a charm, but she was talking about husbands. And my dad's been married 8 times, so we don't really do devotion in my gene pool. I was about 4 years deep into my first relationship, wondering if I could take it all the way to the finish line. And I wanted to convince myself I could do devotion. Stay solid with the one from the beginning to the end, and she was a really good one, totally worth going the distance with. And it would take me 10 more years to figure out I really wanted children, and she really didn't. Okay, so my math's a little sketchy. Jamie and I were together 18 years when I fell in love with the idea of being a mother and out of love with her. And of everything that motherhood brought me, I had spent half of my life with her by the time I left. The biggest loss of my life. Our language, our endless movie lines and memories with no one to share with, they were gone for me. Although the scene depicted in this poem never happened outside my head, I had wanted to be a one-hit wonder, a one-and-done marriage, and I don't doubt Jamie would have gone all the way with me. I gave up a lot, everything really, to have my children, and now my children are where my devotion lies. Ooh, I'm at 5:50. I got one more if you want it. It's in the incendiary section at the back of the book. It's called Final First Date. Shall I roll with it? I'm over time. I'm fine? Oh, you want to hear this one? This one goes a little fast, so keep up. We sit across from each other, too afraid to speak, but our lips are quivering to stifle our sneaky smiles. We've waited at least 2 eons for this unfettered feast, and now it is upon us. Someone is asking if we looked at the menu, but I've been staring at your mouth. The 8th rest on its side that makes up the curve of your upper lip. It is smooth and glistening, and I can't think of a single thing I want to eat more than to curl up between the pouty pile of tender flesh on your face. And I know you feel me too, because you're gazing down at the menu, but your eyes aren't moving, and you've slipped your foot from your flat and tucked it into my pant leg. The contact creates a small explosion under the table as I squeeze my napkin until my knuckles are bald and white. The server has abandoned his cause, leaving us alone, but we were alone as soon as we sat down. Other diners disappear into thick black curtains as our awareness drills down one into the other. I don't think of all the stolen phone calls. I don't recount the 10,000 texts. Seriously, 5 digits. Texts in the single-digit hours. I squeeze from my mind all the dashed kisses while looking through your hair over your shoulder. Not anymore. Tonight, for the first time, we are absolved of the absence of each other, and we are so hungry. That's a wrap.
Keep it going for Elizabeth, y'all. Elizabeth Chandler, thanks so much. All right, y'all. Thanks for being here. It's Poetry Open Mic Asheville, coming at you live from Sovereign Kava every Wednesday night. Thanks for being with us here, and thanks for tuning in as well. Keep it locked. We got a whole bunch more coming at you tonight. And coming up next on the list, y'all, we got Nicholas in the house. Let's make some noise for Nicholas. Give it up.
Hey everyone, I'm Nicholas, and I'm going to be playing an original song for you guys. It's called Beyond. I wrote it about describing the sort of like the universal like energy that we can, you know, all connect to. And I'm not someone that's religious, but I do feel spiritual in a way whenever I'm, you know, meditating or out in nature and connecting to that, you know, oneness. So here it goes. Somewhere beyond the stream of time, somewhere beyond you'll find there is a certain state, there is a feeling to embrace. It's something that has begun. It's something that's never done. It goes by many names, but the energy's the same. In the spirits living in you and me, it's supernatural and universal, one with being. The spirit is given a new way to see. It's metaphysical and meaningful, one with being. Somewhere way beyond. It's not about who is God, 'cause you're the one who goes beyond. It's not about who's right or wrong. What matters is we all belong. And the spirit is living in you and me. It's supernatural and universal, one with everything. The spirit is given a new way to see. It's metaphysical and meaningful, one with being. Somewhere way beyond. As the years roll by, I feel the changing in my mind. The only thing that stays the same is the waking in my soul. In the spirits living in you and me.
are so one with everything. The Spirit's giving a new way to see. It's metaphysical, the need and flow, one with being somewhere way beyond, somewhere way beyond. Thank you.
Hey, one more time for Nicholas. Thank you, Nicholas. Appreciate the music. And we're going to keep it rolling for you here on Poetry Open Mic Asheville. Asheville's longest running open mic. Thanks to your support. Be sure and check out the awesome music we have here this weekend. Low Wolf, Taylor Hyatt on Friday, and the Gale Wolf Zero Proof Party. Some awesome dance music for you on Saturday night. Also, follow us on social media at Subaru and keep up with all the events coming up here. We are just about to drop our February calendar. I think we've already released some of that. And boy, it is a great month of entertainment. You definitely don't want to miss some of the shows coming up here. So keep up with all the goings-on that's going on at Kava or AshevilleKava.com. Coming up next on the open mic tonight, we have number three starts with a Y. Awesome, thank you. Hey, everybody make a whole bunch of noise for your shock. Give it up.
To divide these toilers. Nation raises sword against nation, but who cracks the bones? Carrion birds seeking profit. And where are the refuges for the toilers? Bones interred in the hillside call, the quick draw in the dust to remain. Vexation of vexations, is class not the root of all vexations? Dangling chains end in a clasp, flesh subdued and confined, lacerations dance and curve, effigy of the Holy One adorns, dry skin peels and crimson flows, wicked laughter echoes. What was the price? Gold, rubies, petrol? Cast from Lale Bella, birthright usurped. Outlines cast in pollen, gentler than a whisper. Buzzing wings dance. The hall breathes with a breeze, enraptured and forsaken. Withered wood stands proudly in effigy of the hanged one. A green vine's caress ends in a full, voluptuous bulb of scarlet. Sub Rosa.
Hey, y'all, keep it going for your shock. Thank you so much. Very nice. Very nice. All right, y'all, we're cooking tonight. Stick around and grab some drinks from the bar. And keep it locked right here. Up next, we got Eric S. in the house. Yes, indeed. Y'all, make some noise for Eric.
Hey, how's it going? Trying to get over my stage fright a little bit, so I've been doing this more. Is it good? Thank you. But yeah, I've been writing music, but I haven't quite finished it yet, so I'm just going to do some covers. This heart of mine keeps decent time. Though my years may be weak, my eyes may be half blind, I still have sense enough to fear that I'm not much without you near. I've paid my due, loved one or two, oh, but still it keeps falling down to you. So choose to be my victory or vice. Either way, I just need you here tonight. Heaven knows it's hard to find another me. And hell knows it's got all the folks like me. There will come a day where the others cease to spin. You hold me close and say, my God, where have you been? I've been around old Chinatown. Oh, helplessly lost, but oh, so easily found. Counting the stars upon the hill, beneath some old harvest moon, humming my tune. I'll see you soon.
Hell yeah, keep it going one more time for Eric up here. Very nice, Eric. I like that. Yes. Eric's also running sound for us tonight. Much better than I can. And making everyone sound so good. Appreciate y'all. We still got more coming up for you tonight. Be sure to buy some drinks, tip your bartenders, and hang out with us. It's so great doing this open mic with y'all every week. I love it, and I hope y'all get something out of it too. And next on the mic, we're so happy to have Kai here in the house with us tonight on the open mic. Make some noise for Kai!
while. Called Shell. Shell. I swear, I'm always ready 2 ahead of me, usually. Except recently I've tried to relax and be like, you know what, it's fine. And that's always the wrong decision. Every time I relax, I'm early. So, never relax. That's the word. Safer inside curl. Maybe I'm not. Safer inside curl. What outside world? Afraid to visit, still don't understand that shit. Yeah, I'm new to this town. Will you show me around? 'Cause that's when I was thinking by myself. So scary to let someone else in. Out of my shell hurts like hell, but I'm tolerated. Out of my shell hurts like hell, but it's so amazing. Apprehension to a fault. Seen my share of salt. Poison fragments form a home. Hard to leave them when it's all you've known. And letting you in was the worst animal to find. Thing a snail like me could ever have done. I convinced myself that you're the last one. 'Cause it tore me up to give you my trust. Out of my shell hurts like hell, and I'm tolerated. Out of my shell hurts like hell, and it's complicated. out of my shell hurts like hell, and it's separating. Out of my shell hurts like hell, and it's so amazing. And it's so amazing. And it's so amazing. Thank you.
Hey, y'all, let's give it up one more time for Kai. Thanks, Kai. And thank you all for being here tonight. For our open mic every Wednesday night right here at Kava. Thanks for supporting. And thanks to all these amazing performers for showing up. We can move on to the 10s here. And kicking us off, we've got one of Asheville's hip-hop legends in the house tonight. Y'all, please make some noise for East Dog!
On the track, Asheville, find it. Those that have no me, I go hard in this local rap scene, but I'm about to go super hard. Straight out of Asheville, y'all take a trip to Rapville. There's the Neo, woke up in the air rap video. Straight harder, just as your ex and your cousin and your sister too. Think I'm playing devil show, you my residue. I'm a freak, man, super free like Rick James. So blazing coat, I spit that sick game. While I'm standing tall, y'all be stuff, man. I'm on some real shit. Y'all be bullshitting, I be working late, like a booty call. I'm a starving artist, give me a sugar dog. Got to catch up, I've been so far behind, it's been too long. Back to my grind, I go super hard, I get that super bread. She give a big brain, I call her super head. I go super hard, super hard. Maybe easy, but I go hard. I go super hard, super hard. Maybe easy, but I go hard. I go super hard, super hard. Maybe easy, but I go hard. I go super hard, super hard. Maybe easy, but I go hard. Here's super ease in my supercar. Y'all playing easy mode. I play my super hard like a big dick of Viagra. Make a girl wet like Niagara. I rip the red blood like a white Latigua. I make a hater disappear like Abra. Condemn a motherfucking alligator is down. Everything I do and say, I do it for the fam. I'm a country boy, don't call me redneck. I'm that hood boy, laying in your headset. Y'all must be deaf, y'all ain't hearing me. Became Halloween, now y'all fearing me. Hot damn, can't be serious. Use a pussy, I see your period. I get some mad love, I kiss the people off. Super hard's my dick, I piss the people off. I go super hard, super hard. Maybe easy, but I go hard. I go super hard, super hard. Maybe easy, but I go hard. I go super hard, super hard. Maybe easy, but I go hard. I go super hard, super hard. Maybe easy, but I go hard. Stop, wait a minute. Y'all let me finish. I'm feeling like Popeye after eating spinach. I'm on my strong man, as you strong man. I'm getting mad money. I need them low bands. I play my cards right. I be that Uno, move the hip away, kinda like a sumo. My flow's super hard, it's titanium. R.I.P. my track, cause I be killing them. I go super hard, super hard. Maybe easy, but I go hard. I go super hard, super hard. Maybe easy, but I go hard. I go super hard, super hard. Maybe easy, but I go hard. I go super hard, super hard. Maybe easy, but I go hard. Yeah. Asheville, finest. Yeah. Yeah, that was a wonderful track. Super Hard, off the Super Hard EP. Number 3, I think. I'm actually gonna go for about 2 though tonight though. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go into the next one, also on the EP. Yes. I know somebody hungry, already eating. Yeah, I wondered if some of y'all had a full course meal. Yeah, we're gonna go to the next track, full course meal, matter of fact. Ease dog on the track. This new country rap record is about 2 things that men love: food and women. They be saying this girl looking like a snack, but she's a full course meal. I love them gals with the honey ham, mashed potatoes and them candy yams. She's off the chain and she's for real. She's not a snack, she's a full course meal. I love a gal who's sweet as honey, make me spend my her money. Wing on her bones like church and chicken. My mouth be dripping, she's finger licking. She's good for me, cause she nutritious. An apple tree, that red delicious. She's all that and stick gals with the honey ham, mashed potatoes and them candy yams. She's off the chain and she's for real. She's not a snack, she's a full course meal. I love a gal who's soft and fluffy, like mashed potatoes and brown gravy. She be the one take home to mama, having me cloud nine like marijuana. From the city to the country, one look at you, I get real hungry. You so fine, like Jordan and wine. One of a kind, I gotta make you mine. I love them gals with the honey ham, mashed potatoes and them candy yams. She's off the chain and she's for real. She's not a snack, she's a full course meal. It's Thanksgiving, she got that stuffing and butterball turkey, fresh from the oven. Today is Christmas, she got that ham. She asked, do you want more? I say yes, ma'am. I'm not the one to degrade women. They are a beauty and a blessing. Just like my mama, she's a sweetie pie who have raised a wonderful guy. I be that Mr. Blackberry molasses. You're the VIP, you're the backstage passes. She's a birdie fan, and she's for real. She's not a snack, she's a full course meal. I love them gals with the honey ham, mashed potatoes and them candy yams. She's off the chain, and she's for real. She's not a snack, she's a full course meal. Hey! Oh yeah, that was the wonderful song, Full Course Meal. Yeah, y'all feeling that? But yeah, before I go to the final song, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little quick preview of a new song that's coming up though on the platform. Yes, tomorrow. I actually just recorded this though, and this one is called E-Style 3. Yeah, if you listen to my previous EPs, I had a little track that actually features like just plain old bars called E-Style. I have E-Style 1 on the first one, E-Style 2 on the third, and now E-Style 3, yeah, for the upcoming one though. I was just gonna give you a sneak preview of this one. The beat's fire too. E-Star on the track. We gonna do it again. Y'all know what time it is. About to bring y'all marvelous 32 bars of this E-Style. 3, E-Style. This ain't no ordinary freestyle. E-Style. I think I'm ill from the 8 mile. E-Style. Blowing up like a black amount. E-Style. E-Style. This ain't no ordinary freestyle. E-Style. I think I'm ill from the 8 mile. E-Style. Blowing up like a black amount. E-Style. About to kill the track. R.I.P. United by nature. OPP. I'ma go ham with the pineapple. You better bow down. King of the castle. Like a chess game. I got the checkmate. Light on my feet. Drop that dead weight. Screw the past. Fake on now for a better future. On my grind, on the wall, electric scooter. Keep going and then drive the bunny. I'm the shit, I'm getting toilet paper money. Stacking bread with the cheese, get my stacks up. Here's a toast to success, put my glass up. Breaking down doors, jumping through hurdles. Rolling with a lane, double cup purple. Watch your red drink, told you get weird. Artists bring that fire, straight for your ears. Yeah, and that's the sneak preview of the new song, East Style 3. Yes, speaking of, I'm actually in the process of releasing my new EP soon called Ashes Finest 5, Ashes Legacy. Y'all look out for the release coming soon in a couple months, few months. But yeah, we're gonna go to the final track, and this one is a favorite though because what we went through with the Helene, we proven that we are strong, Ashes strong. East Dog on the track, Asheville Finest. This is dedicated for the city and those affected from Helene. We're gonna get through the storm. We're Asheville strong. Hey, we are strong. Yep, we're Asheville strong. We gotta do what we gotta do. Why? We're Asheville strong. We are strong. Come on. We're Asheville strong. No matter what, we gonna get through. Why? Cause we're Asheville strong. Yeah. We are strong. Bench press. Yeah. We're still here. We're blessed. Looking up, fucking God. Still here. Amen. Standing 10 toes down with no fear. Nope. We made it to the worst weather. We can make it if we work together. Right. Community over competition. Make a better world for the future children. We won't be stopped by any means. Not even Hurricane Helene. There is a light in the tunnel. Gotta stay grounded, gotta stay humble. Times are hard, make you wanna cry. But for the faith, we will survive. Oh yeah. We are strong, AVL strong. That is the message y'all say along. Come on. We are strong. Yep. We're Asheville strong. We gotta do what we gotta do. Why? We're Asheville strong. I'm on. We are strong. Come on. We're Asheville strong. No matter what, we gonna get through. Why? Cause we're Asheville strong. We are strong. Look at our muscles. On my T.I. drip, got the great hustle. Resiliency and determination. Yep. Navigate through every situation. Right. Hashtag strong, got the truth behind it. Let's take another moment of a little silence for the people who have lost their lives. From the hurricane storm, this can't be right. No. Get knocked down, get it right back up. You still steady strong, give yourself a hug. I'm a destiny child, I'm a survivor. No water from this game, no electrical power. Regardless, we keep it moving. In the win at the end, no room for losing. We bound to bounce back, that is for real. Gonna recover, repair, rebuild. Come on. Yep. We're Asheville strong. We gotta do what we gotta do. Why? We're Asheville strong. Come on. We are strong. Come on. We're Asheville strong. No matter what, we gonna get through. Why? Cause we're Asheville strong. Hey, Asheville. Whatever obstacles, trials and tribulations, we will get through. Cause we are strong. Asheville strong. Yeah, and that was the wonderful song. We are strong, Asheville strong. Y'all listen to We Are Strong on my SoundCloud now. Eazdoggy Dog, type of Eazdog, E-A-Z-E-D-O-G-G. Follow me on Instagram. I do weekly rap show, Rapsville the Studio, where I play music video, audio tracks of local hip-hop talent like myself. And y'all watch the music video for We Are Strong on my YouTube, Eazdoggy Dog, as well as the video for the city, Reminisce, and all other wonderful music videos. But yeah, when in doubt, Google East Dog.
That's right. Thank you, Ease Dog. Yes, indeed. One more time for Ease. Thank you so much. All right, y'all get some Kava or other drinks and stick with us because we got more open mic coming at you tonight as we do every Wednesday night right here at Sovereign Kava. Appreciate the support. Be sure and follow us on the socials. Up next, we're pleased to welcome George Baisley. Please put your hands together for George.
Yeah, it's perfect. Thanks, buddy. Good evening. You don't care, whatever. It's a G, C, D, for the most part, and it with it, yeah. You twisted your ankle, I carried you. You got a divorce, so I buried you. You fell off a cliff, and I buried you. I wish there were more bad times to see through. You never got cancer. You never got AIDS, you never let off any life hand grenades. There are so many things to go wrong, but the list is not long, and there's not enough bad things to fill up a song. You twisted your ankle, I carried you. You got a divorce, so I married you. You fell off that old cliff and I buried you. And I wish there were more bad times to see you through. You never got herpes, you never got crabs, you never got pustules all covered with scabs, you never got the cancer, you never got the AIDS, you never got drunk and suggested charades, or ate any apples with razor blades. There are so many things to go wrong, but the list is not long. There's not enough bad things to fill up a song. Twisted your ankle, I carried you. Thank you. We could do like a radio play. This like a C. Thanks. Yeah, my buddy gave it to me. His mom gave it to him. He did not like it. So I said, well, I'll take it. Yeah, thank you. But, CFG, I think it is. Well, I've been huffing, and I've been puffing, and I've been watching cartoons, and smoking up rock, and playing some tunes. I've been taking some pills, and I've been waiting for noon, because morning drinking, it's a sure sign of doom. Doom, 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 doom. Well, it's 12 o'clock somewhere, stranded in the wrong time zone. Don't do it's 12 o'clock somewhere. I'm celebrating all day long. Well, my friends, they came around, they tried to take me downtown. They said it was for my own good. They called it an intervention. I said, well, hell, it's about goddamn time. Well, where were you, sons of bitches, when I met her? You could have saved me 8 years of hell. H-E-L. If I shot her on the day in question, I'd probably be out of jail. Oh, it's such talk. You know it's crazy. It's foolish. Because I would not wish my poor sweetheart dead. So instead of killing my woman, I took to killing brain cells instead. Well, it's 12 o'clock somewhere. Stranded in the wrong time zone. Well, it's 12 o'clock somewhere. I'm celebrating all way low. I'm celebrating all day long. Celebrating all. Hello. Thank you. What do you think? Do you have any ideas? I just said, like, let's put it to, this is the dust that's going through the hamster wheel. What comes out is like, where's Vanna White? I think we make this one, maybe try a quick one, maybe this one quick one. Oh, I hope it gets that siren. You got the beeswax in here yet? You got any spare well on you? December is here and I feel that you're near. But the closer we get, the farther we fall. My pit of desire is lighting its fires. They guide an avalanche towards you, dear. And oh, did we die in December? No, I don't remember. Every December, the tracks in the snow, they follow me home as the wind picks a rose for the plow. The trees all bend backwards for friends in the stockyards, and the icicles, they weep for the lone. Die in December. No, I won't remember. Every December, I can't remember. Every December, I won't remember. Every December, I don't remember. Every December, every December, every December, every December. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah. Keep it going for George Baisley and Aaron Price up here. Thanks, Al. It's Open Mic Asheville Wednesday night right here at Sovereign Kava. We're going to keep it rolling for you because up next we have Swimmer in the house with us. Y'all, please put your hands together. Big warm welcome for Swimmer.
Aho, mitakuyasan. So a song by James Brown with different music to it. I feel good. I knew that I would. I feel good. I knew that I would. So good. So good. I got you. I feel nice. Sugar and spice. I feel nice. Sugar and spice. So nice. So nice. I got you. Long, long time I've been sitting in the sand. I've been waiting, meditating on a natural plan. Spirit come along and tap me on the head and said, feed them babies on ganja bread. Daddy, little baby love ganja, ganja. Daddy, little baby love ganja bread. Feed your body and feed your head, and feed them little babies on ganja bread. Standing by my kitchen door, believe I know what they're here for. Hair blonde and black and red, they all want that ganja bread. That little baby love ganja, ganja. That little baby love ganja bread. Feed your body and feed your head, and feed them little babies on ganja bread. Thanks. This next song is a chant, and the words, the name of it, the Shinto goddess of creation, and saying the sound a number of times tends to put natural good vibrations and tune your body up. It's called IamAVL O Mikami. Amaterasu Mikami. Amaterasu Mikami. Amaterasu Mikami. Amaterasu Mikami. Chinumpa, Chinumpa, Chinumpa. Amaterasu Mikami. Amaterasu Mikami. Don't be caught napping. Listen to the rapping if it's just tongue flapping. Don't be caught napping. Listening to the rapping if it's just tongue flapping. Actions speak louder than words. Actions speak louder than words. Amaterasu Mikami. Amaterasu Mikami. Amaterasu Mikami. Mikami. Thanks for listening. Thanks to Caleb and the bunch for keeping this thing going, and the other musicians. What we need.
Swimmer, y'all, keep it going. Thank you, Swimmer. Oh, yes. It's so good to be here with y'all doing this open mic. I love it. Each and every Wednesday night right here at Solid Kava. Also, check out the Low Wolf and Taylor Hyatt show here on Friday night. And on Saturday night, we got some dance music for you with Dale Wolf. Wolf Party. Follow us on social media for all the upcoming events. I know next weekend we got the Lactones coming up February 7th. And go ahead and make plans to be here on February 14th. We got King Garbage back in the house with our lovers. And also that weekend, Grassy Hudson will be here with the band. It's going to be a great time. Check it out. All right. Coming up next on the mic tonight, we're pleased to welcome Ethan. Y'all make some noise for Ethan.
Hello. I'm gonna do a song, and I think I'm gonna lead it into another song. And I'll give you guys a signal when it's song number 2, alright? Alright. Wish me luck. I just thought to do this outside, so I might mess it up. Well, maybe you're just meant to be all alone.
overcome with jealousy. All right, now it's song number 2. Oh, the kid is doing alright. Oh, that's all that we know. But when she wakes from a bad dream, does she sometimes think of me? I don't know, maybe so. But then that's all I do. Oh, the kid is doing alright. Oh, that's all that we know. Fuck. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna do the one that I always do. I do all these every time. Sometimes when you look into my mother's eyes, I see a little bit of you. And sometimes when you look into a dog's eyes, I see a little bit of you. I see a little bit of me. Louise, my friend, I hope you understand. I done all I can. After all, it's just the end. After all, it's just the end. very good disguise. I saw nothing at all. I saw nothing at all. Thank you. I got a little time left because I shortened the first song so that I could fit the second one in there. So I'm gonna do one that I don't have like any words for it. I don't even really know how to end it, but I have just enough time to show it off. I don't know how to. Right at 10 minutes. All right, thank you guys.
Keep it going for Ethan. Thank you, Ethan. All right, y'all. Open mic every Wednesday night. We still got some more open mic left tonight, so stick around. Get you some drinks, tip your bartenders, and yeah, enjoy. Cool. We got Christian back in the house with us tonight. Let's make a bunch of noise for Christian. Woo!
I couldn't care less. The shades of commotion that pour down my leg. The nuclear family is a Freudian slip. Cause something explodes when I think about it. But child inside, before we can run, we must crawl. What if you just started over? What if you just started at all? States of disorder and being displaced. Every need you negotiate. And when you get lonely, you just hold the cliche. You say, if I were a bird, I would just fly away. But child inside, before we can run, we must crawl. What if I held you more gently? What if I just held you at all? Swans flying for you. Swans diving for you. Swans crying for you. Swans trying for you. This is a song by someone that means quite a lot to me. This is a song by Leonard Cohen.
on the wire, like a drunk in a midnight choir. I have tried in my way to be free. Like the worm on its hook, like a knight in some old-fashioned book. I have saved all my ribbons for thee. And if I have been unkind, I hope you can let it pass by. And if I have been untrue, I hope you know it was never to you. Like a babe stillborn, like a beast with its horns, I have torn everything that reached out for me. But I swear by this song and by all that I have done wrong, I'll make it all up to thee. Like the bird on the wire, like a drunk in a midnight choir. Yes, I've tried in my way to be free. Thank you. You guys have a lovely night.
Hey, y'all give it up one more time for Christian. Thank you, Christian. Really good stuff. Appreciate the music. Oh, yes. It is so good together with you all here and share your creativity. So don't stop. Keep showing up every week and sharing your art and just and taking part. It's good for you. Really good. Oh, yeah. All right. Cool. We got David Lee up next. Y'all, please welcome David.
I have poems for you. Poems. I have books. I have a book for sale, only $10. $10. $10 going. Only $10. $10. Yeah, and I'm going to read some out of this and start with that. My thumb is not operable, so it's hard to flip through the pages. This is called Poor Old Hen. A hen lay dying in front of me, and all I could do was point and say, "Poor old hen," as she breathed heavily with flies in her feathers. Her body is my body, and all they can do is point and say, "Poor old man," while I breathe heavily with flies on my skin. Thank you. This one is the hero of my story. I've got cheap wheat, ham, and Swiss, Miles Davis and Bill Evans play. I've got a 12-pack and tattoos. Let my mind fly away with the gods and love me with wings that fold over my heart and hide it in flumes of smoke. I'm going to North Carolina and I'm not coming back. I'm flying over Blue Ridge like a biblical angel with many eyes that look in all directions, to be feared and mourned when I get lost in an Appalachian misty mountain Chinese painting. Let my spirit lay in blue and green moss and live like when my father first died, that lovely hound. I see that alcohol is my father now, a stone is my mother, one smoothed by the rushing waters of a tragic marriage, but still dense, where words bounce off cellophane and vitriol. Bored up the caverns of my heart from an unlawful wind, luck is a thing I have in abundance. I could have been hit by a car on that fast-moving road when I was a baby. Could have actually been dead when I saw myself lying on the floor from the ceiling, or skewered by the tree that fell on my van. Being homeless is not unlucky. Being homeless is free. I am not houseless. No, I am homeless. I lack roots and comfort. Let me die when it's time to die. I will be happy for it. For life is pain and misery, but I will fight with my own hands until I know the fight is over. Then I will welcome that long-lost friend to hold me in its peaceful arms, and I'm shown a love that not even my father had. Thank you. This is called My Selfish Love. I'm finding love in myself again. It's been a miraculous, gleaming journey filled with pain and an exploration of thought and mind puzzles. Therapy is easier than chess. I'm not a good chess player, but I can sure as hell hide from a therapist or an honest friend. My thin hands float on marionette arms. Evasion pulls the strings. I hide well with smoke and confidence behind brick and mortar, like a spider covers itself in sand or a rattlesnake blends with bushes. I hide my truth in a tall fortress and lower the drawbridge for fleeting travelers. For when they've overstayed their welcome, they are sent out again by an apathetic king. They are estranged anyway, and they have to know that. They have no home here. It's an uneasy defense, indifference, that guards these walls and the inner sanctum that holds the place in my temple, for lack of a better word. The categories that are held in this inner sanctum, the allegories, the thoughts whisper, the clouds that rain heavy, they speak inside to melodically fused words licked by dogs and large hogs fed with rotten cakes and inspired bagels. There is music in these streets, filling time with stretches of inspiration and the kind of living that one does when they're poor and happy. Corinthians is blasphemous. Love is a clanging cymbal. It's a crashing cymbal that boasts with powerful vibration, filling the air with a resonance that can be heard from 100 yards in every direction. Corinthians, you've done your part. I will let the bells chime and the feelings dance once again that the king has risen from his sickness and marches along the arteries of this city and reclaim once again that love has filled the empty vessels of Pompeii. Thank you. And this is from a project that's not out yet called Porcelain Jesus. Yeah. This is called Clairaudience. The dove of peace reads, the new society at last has been upturned for the grass to wither and new seeds sown for the son of Jesse. Along with the nobles of Niphan, the vineyard grew red, and had possessed clairaudience needed to hear the gates close and chains tied. The literal have won the dawn of life. It's been said by Bodhidharma himself, if you set to envision the goal, you have lost it. The blessed see through a crooked window on a tilted floor, grass grown knee-high, listening to the turkeys gobble, listening to the deer breathe, listening to the gates rattle, savoring the sounds. Only the full can hear it. Eat first, then listen. The hungry do not hear. If you are the one who hears, then feed the hungry. Yellow water jugs, candlelit rooms, fortified milk and blood pour into the mouths open wide to smoky skies. Murphy saw through Kaufman's eyes and opens them wide to the modern age, though every age is modern struggle and fear. Lips sewn and necks broken, water clutched in dusty hands trembling with shell shock, bastard calves and crying mothers milked for $3, fair life tenderizing future veal, rubber boots to broken snouts. You can buy my ribs for $12 at Ingles. Sacrifice the bones under a wooden idol, passionate endurance. Lead us to delicate clusters whipped not by nine tails, but to unbridled wastelands too scorched to prosper. Thank you. Got a few more here for you. This one's called Mountain Lip. Hold me in blinding mist while the tops of pines float in red sunset, stitching layered quilts across eyes as soft as moonlight. Your corneas eclipse your soul with passion as hot as the stars reflected in them. Fountains pour out of your open mouth. What comes next is a beauty that language cannot describe, but being seen, it's fractalized into waves of ecstasy and kaleidoscopic twists, and it fades into the mounds of your cheeks. Show me where our hands would meet, where the fingers begin and end, because mine melts into yours, and there's nothing I want to do about it. Thank you. This is called Rave. I've tried to dance, but my legs don't move in the same rhythm as theirs. Giving yourself to the group is as uncomfortable as sharing control. My feet lift from the ground, my hips oscillate, but my mind creates a tense character. All the acid didn't work, so let your body go and move unanimously with the group, where there's no investigation to be made. Trickle like drops of water and ripple the surface. Move with the current. Sometimes surrendering is freedom. All right, a couple minutes. I think I can fit these two. This one's called Tigran. Tigran, Armenian tiger, god of storm, chaotic dismemberment with precision, cut slats with decision, malignant casts persuade. How can you deny the existence of some imperfection? Blasphemy, colliding rocks, sliding down pathways supposed to be taken by steamers, so beautifully soft, these keys feel to my ears. The strange scoops lifting from the trumpet, the call of Gabriel, the sound of rising and sleeping for those that don't care because they don't need to. The deepest, or burn the deepest part of my lungs and tell me that death is moments away. Believe the trumpet sounds, go into them, be filled with them. They become all parts of you and shatter as the day turns to dusk and the dusk turns to night. Float basely into existence, the brisk creek that flows and never stops. Go into that good night. It is a good night. It is a good night. It is. Thank you. And no, this one's going to be too long. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it. And yeah, I got a book, $10.
Keep it going for David. Thank you, David. Very nice.
They're all there. There's Sam with his eggs. And Brad on just hoes and ties in the nose. He always been dust just cheap. Down kids, people right. And there's Uncle Ad, Cousin Billy, Grandpa and extra knobs on his head. Your third grade teacher is playing on drums. Coltrane in the corner busting back. And look at that guy, the cross between Brian and Dave, the old woman and a star. And there's almost perfect Dave Newman wearing a baseball cap. A friend I've not seen in years. Henry being honest on the rooftop. A guy picture of Robin with mine. Red with his face a little furrier. And my personal dog is the light.
I'm gonna play some tunes I wrote for y'all. Start with an upbeat one. This one's called 3 p.m. Should probably tune first, you know, they say you should do that before you play. There it is. All right. Love the smell of the morning dew. There's just so much that I could do in the morning. Oh, she still loves me in the morning. Oh, it's so lovely. The sun in the trees, it's beautiful. The birds, they sing and chew a part of every worm up early in the morning. But I still wake at 3 p.m. I still wake at 3 p.m. I just don't know what to do. I'm stuck in love with my dreams of you. So long, friends. Hello, my honey. Just be sleeping in all the way through Sunday. What's the point of waking so I can keep on faking those hellos? Hey, there's I've been Wells. Damn it all to hell. I still wake at 3 p.m. I still wake at 3 p.m. I could have slipped right into bed, but the bud's been lit and I'm fried instead. Now I'm hung to dry in dread all afternoon. I'd love to throw my butt away, get a job and afford to pay for a nicer bed that I can dream in all night and day. I still wake at 3 p.m. I still wake at 3 p.m. Yeah. Hear the breeze sing, watch the sunrise. Tonight I'll dream of your dark eyes. And though I fear it's make-believe, it's still the better life.
Sure would love to wake with you and meditate while the tea brews. Take our little kids to school, tune out our parents while they ridicule the way we spend our lives, us two. Wouldn't that be cool? But I still wake at 3 p.m. 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 Thank you. This next tune, I love this next tune. A little tune called I Want You to Love Me. Wrote it about my dear sweetheart. I asked you once if you've seen my face when you look out into outer space. Do the stars outline that knowing smirk? Are the rainfall tears ever gonna work? I see you now in everything. Past lives tipped me off and they taught me how to see. I see you now in everything. Every pebble on this earth. Do you recall that we've done this dance? Every lifetime we've passed by this chance. Though I've been a fool and you've had someone else, now I live for you and nothing else. I see you now in everything. I see through those cloth woven tapestries. I see you now in everything. Every pebble on this earth. And I want you to love me. 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 You and I are tied together by those lines that make up the fabric of our very lives. So will you feel me thinking of you then? Knowing I've loved you through time and time again. I see you now in everything. Past lives tipped me off and they taught me how to see. I see you now in everything. I see you now in everything. I want you to love me. 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 I want you to love me.
Thank you. I'm gonna do one more song for you. There's a little tune. This is how I spent my snow day. Started writing this tune, and call this one "Permanent Resident." Well, the doves, they fly south, and I think the geese go west. I don't know where you flew to, babe, I'd have to guess. And my mama says it's alright, 'cause I can probably look you up. But I told you no, I chose, and I froze up. Well, I haven't fixed my heat, clean the dishes so I can eat. It's a snowing in my soul, babe, and there's ice in my sheets. And I don't think it's the season that I just can't get out of bed. I told you no instead of all the other things I should have said. Well, I hear the children laughing, playing in the ice. I see a couple kiss and hiss, that must be nice. And there's a kitty following some paw prints of its mama down the road. Why did you go and leave me no trail that I could follow? Well, a crow took a look from a tree up on a peak. There was no one there to hear his cry or his song, so to speak. And his family's far from home now, a murder in part. Why did you go and leave me all alone without my beating heart? Well, you told me that you loved me, and it scared me half to death. And if you're waiting for some answers, babe, don't hold your breath. And I'd do anything I could now if I wasn't to blame. 'Cause I told you no, I shouldn't have treated love like a game. I wish I chose instead of froze. Who knows what'll happen come spring. I'll keep my ears open for when all those snowbirds come home to sing. Come home to sing. Thank you very much. Have a lovely night. Thanks for having a space for folks like us to share our music. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Y'all give it up for Jesse. Thank you, thank you. Yes, indeed. Very happy to provide this space for the sharing of all kinds of creativity. Thank you all for showing up and sharing. Cool. All right. Getting towards the end here, but we still got a couple left for you, so stick around. Have some Kava. We're open late on Wednesday, so hang out with us. Drink some drinks. Have a good time. Up next, we're pleased to welcome back Eladriel. Y'all give it up for Eladriel.
like music recently. So I think I'm gonna kind of stick in that kind of frequency. This is one by the Celtic Women. It's called The Voice. It's a really good song. It's been remade a lot recently. I think I've got a really nice like OG version of it. I hear your voice on the wind, and I hear you call out my name. Listen, my child, you say to me, I am the voice of your history. Be not afraid, come follow me. Answer my call and I'll set you free. Na, 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 na. I am the voice in the wind and the pouring rain. I am the voice of your hunger and pain. I am the voice that always is calling you. I am the voice, and I will remain. And I am the voice in the fields when the summer's gone. Dance all the leaves of the autumn winds flow. Ne'er do I sleep throughout all the cold winter long. I am the voice that in springtime does grow. And I am the voice of the past that will always be, filled with my sorrow and blood in my fields. I am the voice of the future. Bring me your peace. Bring me your peace, and my wounds, they will heal. That's The Voice. I'm going to do another one. This is original. I haven't made an actual tune to it, but I'm going to invent a tune to it. And it's gonna sound like it was made for it. So I have this whole like series of songs. I'm making this like mythos, and it's about like the concept of a druid, but like in the stars, like a space druid, basically, and one who is in sync with like the rhythms and the frequencies of nature, not just here, but like the macro nature, like the nature of the universe. And one of the things I always say is if you love nature, you're going to love the universe, because the universe is full of nature. Through the silent void, where the currents weave. I think I might just speak it. I've never spoken it. Through the silent void, where the currents weave, I walk the spiral, the song in my leaves. Golden threads of time and my fingers turn, holding the echoes of stars that burn. I'm the wind in the trees of the endless sky, the hum of the spheres as the planets sigh. With roots in the dark and my wings in the light, I call to the ancient ones burning bright. My voice is a river, deep and wide, a channel of memory, time's silver tide. With bells on my chest and keys in my hand, I open the gates where the dreamers stand. I'm the wind in the trees of the endless sky, the hum of the spheres as the planets sigh. With roots in the dark and my wings in the light, I call to the ancient ones burning bright. O shadow and starlight, come dance with me. Weave the forgotten into harmony. O flame in the void, O song in the stone, sing with me now, for we are not alone. I'm the wind in the trees of the endless sky, the hum of the spheres as the planets sigh. With roots in the dark and my wings in the light, I call to the ancient ones burning bright. And when the last note fades in the turning tide, I walk the spiral, still open wide, For sound is eternal, and time is a wave. The song of the druid shall never fade. I'll do one more kind of more in like the jazzy vein. This is a remake of Nat King Cole song Nature Boy. And I rewrote this song. All the lyrics are different except for the key punchline, which is the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. And I turned it into a duet, so it has a female component. So halfway through you'll hear me sing There Was a Girl. And the original song was just written There Was a Boy. And then I bring them together. There was a boy, a very strange, enchanted boy. They say he wandered very far in the cosmic sea. A hidden light, but burning bright and very wise was he. And then one day he touched down on the earth to play. And while we spoke of hidden things, Saturn's rings, this he said to me: the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. Key change. There was a girl. She danced through endless shifting worlds. And then one day she spread her wings. Her soul she sings for eternity. Earth divine and crystalline and very wise was she. And then one day out on the wall, she touched down on the earth to play. And while we spoke of seasons turned, bloomed and burned, as she said to me, the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. And then one day, the boy and girl went out to play. Amongst the stars they laughed and cried a lullaby to end the darkest night. So just remember, the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. Love you guys. Thanks, Sovereign Kava. So happy to call this place one of my homes. This is like one of the reasons I always come back to Asheville is this fucking place. This love you guys.
Yeah, give it up for Eladriel. Thanks, Eladriel. Welcome back. Oh, yeah. Yes, indeed. I'm loving it. Thanks for sticking around, y'all. Yes, indeed. Loving all the creativity. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for enjoying. thanks for having some drinks with us. We're not done yet. Because we got Joe Shelton in the house for you. Please make some noise for Joe!
Well, thanks. I know what you guys need. It's a little of that old truck stop Trixie. Wait a minute. Well, it's Thursday night and I just got paid. Gonna take out my wallet and go get laid. Get a rubber at the corner drugstore. Right out to exit 64. All the fellas say to me, man, it's gonna hurt when you go to pee. Truck stop Trixie, get on the back of my motorbike. Truck stop Trixie, do the dirty things I like. Yeah, they're double booked at the Monty P. Days in don't like the looks of me. Got us some room at the Thunderbird. The doorknob said do not disturb. Our conversation's mercantile. Man, she's flexible and versatile. Truck stop Trixie, get on the back of my motorbike. Truck stop Trixie, do the dirty things I like. We're done now, I got no complaint. It is what it is and it ain't what it ain't. I did what I did and I paid what I owed. She's out the door and down the road. Words to my own song. Come back. I feel like a loser, feel like a clown. I'll see her again and it brings me down. Truck stop Trixie, she only briefly kills the pain. Truck stop Trixie, the definition of insane. Truck stop Trixie, get on the back of my motorbike. Truck stop Trixie, do the dirty things. Mbula, thank you for holding this much space for me this evening, y'all. That's all I need. How about another dirty one? All right. They're not all dirty. Chloe said they're all dirty. That's not true. It's a waltz. Major Winston came back from the great one, you see, with an ouchie on his flagpole from a bayonet injury. Though his Union Jack flaps about at half-staff these days, he performs his marital duties in other clever ways. His desire for such trifles is sadly years gone. He calmly advances and bravely carries on. She leans back on the divan. The major engages his best battle plan. He nibbles a bit on her earlobe and her spirits start to lift. Her nails dig into the cushions and the fabric kind of rips. He gives her passionate fishy kisses on the nether lips. Her foot kicks the Victorola and the record kind of skips, kind of skips, kind of skips. Lord Flashheart did battle with the Baron over France. His soft wit was soaring with aerial bonchance. Hit the silk of his parachute and French lingerie, then skulked back to the island for a sad wedding day. Now exhausted from philandry, can't achieve full altitude, so he does what he must when the missus takes a mood. She leans back on the divan. Lord Flashheart encloses her in his wingspan. He nibbles a bit on her earlobe and her spirits start to lift. Her nails dig into the cushions and the fabric kind of rips. He gives her passionate fishy kisses on the nether lips. Her foot kicks the Victorola and the record kind of skips, kind of skips, kind of skips. Captain Whitney manned a warship in the ward in the mall. His first mate was handy and handsome and tall. With a stiff upper lip he made land and was wed. The arrangement was unpleasant, and at times he wished her dead. Now depleted and deflated by his marital malady, attends his obligations while his thoughts drift off to sea. She leans back on the divan. The captain accommodates her distasteful demands. He nibbles a bit on her earlobe and her spirits start to lift. Her nails dig into the cushions and the fabric kinda rips. He gives her passionate to fishy kisses on the nether lips. Her foot kicks the Victorola and the record kinda skips. Nether lips, nether lips, nether lips. Thanks, y'all.
All right, Joe Shelton, y'all. Thank you, Joe. And up next, we got Fox on the mic. Y'all make some noise. Give it up.
Good evening. Happy Chinese New Year! My name is Fox, or Zoe, or whatever you think for the moment. I'm going to read a story and then some other things, and yeah, it's the year of the wood snake. All right. This is the story of the Chinese zodiac. The Jade Emperor, ruler of heaven and earth, decided it would be easier for his people to measure time if he gave them a proper calendar called a zodiac. He decided to name each year after one of 12 animals. But how could he decide which animals deserved to have years named after them? He decided to ask all the animals to take part in a race. He would name the years after the first 12 animals to arrive at his palace on the riverbank. In those days, the cat and the rat were best friends. What an honor it would be to be part of the Jade Emperor's calendar, squeaked the rat. We'll enter the race together. But when they saw where the race was to take place, they were horrified. They had to cross a great wide river, very deep and fast-flowing, and neither of them could swim. However, they were both cunning and clever. We could hitch a ride on the back of someone who can swim, mewed the cat. They looked at the other animals lining up on the riverbank. The ox looks pretty strong, said the cat, and we're both so small and light, perhaps they won't mind carrying us. They asked the ox politely if he would give them a lift, and the ox, being a decent sort of chap, agreed. They jumped lightly onto his broad back. The ox waded slowly into the water and started to swim. He was indeed extremely strong and wasn't at all bothered by the river's dangerous currents. As they got nearer to the far bank, they could see the Jade Emperor waiting on the shore. The rat desperately wanted to win the race. If I'm first in the race, he thought to himself, I'll be first in the calendar. He looked at the cat perched on the ox's back beside him. If the cat weren't here, he thought, the ox would be able to swim even faster. And what if the cat reaches the Jade Emperor before I do? He reached out his paws and pushed his friend, the cat, into the river. The cat was swept away by the whirling waters. That is why there is no cat in the Chinese calendar. When the ox reached the far bank of the river, he began to lumber towards the Jade Emperor. He was quite surprised when the rat jumped off his back and scuttled towards the Emperor, just pipping him at the post. The rat had won, and that is why, although they used to be friends, cats hate rats and they will try to kill them if they see them. The ox really didn't mind being second, as it showed how strong he was. Third came the tiger, who had swum powerfully against the strong currents, which kept pushing him downstream. Next came the rabbit. She tried to cross the river by jumping from stone to stone. When there were no more stones, she thought she had lost the race and was afraid she might drown. Then a big log floated past, so she jumped onto that and clung on for dear life. To her surprise, the log floated quickly all the way down the riverbank, and the rabbit arrived in fourth place. The Jade Emperor was very surprised that the mighty dragon only arrived in 5th place. I thought, you had been here first, he said, as you can fly. Well, said the dragon, I had to stop and send rain to some poor farmers whose crops were dying of drought. Then I saw a poor little rabbit clinging to a log floating on the river, so I blew gently to send the log safely to the riverbank. The Jade Emperor was impressed by the dragon's kindness. Then he saw the horse galloping toward them. Everyone thought the horse would be in 6th place, but just as he had slowed to a trot, the snake, who had been hiding coiled up in his hoof, uncoiled himself, wriggled out of the horse's hoof, and slid towards the Jade Emperor. The horse was so surprised that he jumped backwards, so the snake took 6th place, and the horse had to be content with 7th. The next 3 animals arrived together. They were the rooster, the monkey, and the goat. They had worked together to cross the river. The rooster had found a raft. The goat had eaten a path to the river through the weeds, and the monkey had managed to steer the raft across the river. The Jade Emperor was very pleased to hear of such excellent teamwork. He declared the goat 8th, the monkey 9th, and the rooster 10th. In 11th place was the dog. What kept you? Said the Jade Emperor. Everyone knows you're a really good swimmer. The water was so cool and clear, woofed the dog, and it seemed so long since I had a proper bath. I couldn't resist the temptation to have a splash in the shallows before I crossed the river. The Jade Emperor waited and waited to see whether any other animals would finish the race. He was just about to give up and go back to his palace when up trotted the pig. I'm awfully sorry I'm late, said the pig, but I had to stop for a mid-morning snack, and then lunch, and then an afternoon snack, and then tea, and I felt so sleepy that I had to stop for a little nap. What's for supper? So the pig was just in time to be the 12th animal of the zodiac, and that's how the 12 animals of the Chinese zodiac were chosen. Yeah. That's like true story. I'm going to read just a couple of things that I wrote in times that I was feeling things. Hold on. Let's go gargoyle. I miss the old sounds of apocalyptic drum beating, gathering in the dark nuance that held a hand through a bucket and swept its arms away. Terrible critics still lie in their corners of law, and albeit the judge, jury, or executioner couldn't remove them from post. Moss will be the height of the series, heavenly slint and strange eggshell, echoed. Still I care for you over and through and within and such I feel at times like the basketball in my back seat. An effort and connection, even with mistakes, layered in furniture. Dreams I miss, I kiss, I wish, my private rope of imaginary imagery. Identity, a mission in words, silence of intent in breath. The moniker of last Tuesday rips the proverbial suit. Cards in the adage, tiny muse and solar hopes brim the edge of this heap, knowledge, processed through the course of time. In its bless, it pokes a familial throw through the tallow window. Communication with even the self has been hard work, and so I tell you what I'm thinking and hope for mercy. Strangely, love is still dripping through the faucet to protect the pipes from ultraviolet megafreeze. I don't want to watch TV. I don't want to listen to music. I want to spend the night with you and dream of Mozart's revival. Feels like such stab without honesty. And trust is wholly given trust is wholly given. Underneath the sand, you will find a library. There are books you may never dream to read, but still find yourself immersed within, to save what honor you have left. Upstream the river down and wired and rove, my heart swears we were wronged, and who am I to retrieve this ghost? Constitution evolved with angles and letters, but if law is a joke, and law is a lie, and law is to suit the tailored message that keeps a man from falling off a creaky ladder he built, then law is forfeit. The cages of my ribs sought to seek the earth and roam wild, in chains to break, amble for a kiss in Prague. Thank you. And this is a Rumi poem that I did not write, but I read from time to time. A moth flying into the flame says with its wing fire, try this. The wick with its knotted neck broken tells you the same. A candle as it diminishes explains, Gathering more and more is not the way. Burn, become light and heat and help melt. The ocean sits in the sand, letting its lap fill with pearls and shells, then empty. A bitter salt taste hums this. The phoenix gives up on good and bad, flies to rest on Mount Quaff. No more burning and rising from ash. It sends out one message. The rose purifies its face, drops the soft petals, shows its thorn, and points. Wine abandons thousands of famous names, the vintage years and delightful bouquets to run wild and anonymous through your brain. The flute closes its eyes and gives its lips to Hamza's emptiness. Everything begs with the silent rocks for you to be flung out like light over this plain, the presence of shams. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Happy Chinese New Year. Don't stop making it, and don't stop destroying if you have to make more to destroy to make to more to blah, 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 blah. Write a new language. Thank you.
That's right. Hey, give it up one more time for Fox. Thank you, Fox. Cool. Well, I'm gonna leave you all with words here. Screaming out with us I'll hang out, have some drinks, listen to it for a while, have some poetry reading on a Saturday night. I didn't want to go in because I arrived late. The parking lot was full. The reading begun. I watched the words silent in motion, the sureness of face, arms inflecting, poems of emptiness, mouths opening, forming soundless metaphors. The esteemed poet adjusts the microphone again. The crowd nods a little through the window that separates me. When people pass by, attention snared a moment, and then with a distinct air of disappointment. Oh, it's a poetry reading. Poetry is always silent in their lives. The words slip past unheard, whole lifetimes of half-similes and unformed imagery, the meter of things ignored and no unfound doors, no children in the apple trees, no small grains of wheat. I think of Neruda's portrait hanging over the stage at the open mic, his gaze unchanged, his pipe fixed, as performer after performer give homage to their gods, or car hoods, or addictions turned green, mixing in the ink of their poems. The senses cause my mind to wander, and suddenly I'm in a comedy tour, and people are giving me beers. Someone took an ape suit to the dry cleaners. Dark moon hang in the trees, crowded cemeteries or real estate opportunities. I ate Italian food and spoke poetry. The sun set and the cool of a spring night in the mountains sets in. Time moves along the ridges, blooms open and close, tunnels come into light. The black road slithers with a yellow streak along its back. When we arrive and I go to sleep, I still feel the road flying beneath me, my chest moving forward, out of time, the constant forward motion of the airplane, the cab, the feet walking the stairs, the stillness of the bed, the earth throwing. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going fast. I didn't mean to bring you along, but now you're everything, and we are part of the sun. And we'll do this one. This is wood stove. I think about each piece of wood I place on the fire. The tree it once was, the moss still growing on the bark, how it will be changed back into elements. Ash petals scattered from the stovepipe over the yard, the garden. The trees have unfathomable eyes. I have seen through them. The stumps and roots are still there in the green forest, sprouting trumpets and oysters. In the fire in the old cabin, the wood speaks, hisses in the dance of flame. Seasons of sunlight and rain, stories released to the slow breath of the wind. All the weeds poets, I want to eat their dinner before they speak. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna end with a couple of poems, not by me. This one's by Robert Creeley, who was taught at the Black Mountain College in Black Mountain, of course. Shout out Black Mountain. I'm a little late on this one, but here it goes anyway. This is New Year's. The end of the year wears its face in the moon against the disguises one would otherwise put upon it. It is the mild temper of midnight that embarrasses us, and oh, we turn away into reassuring daylight, but backwards. If it were the forward motion one wanted, what tempers would not be resolved? Can one keep the night out of it as or when it was there? Darling, she had gone. We speak as if there were never an answer. We speak to the back, to sleep, to heads. We are alone in the new minute, hour, or year, or nowhere. House, your hand is too far from me. Tree, speak. The moon is white in the branches. The night is white in the mind of it. Love, tell me the time. What time is it? The second, the moment, moving in the moon. Of the strangeness of bending backwards until the mind is an instant of mind in the moon's light, white upon an endless black desert, the sand in the night of the last moment of the year. Well, I guess I wasn't too late on that one, seeing as it is New Year's somewhere. At least. I am a bit late on this one, though. This is Reasons to Survive November by Tony Hoagland. But it seems like it could work for January, too. November like a train wreck, as if a locomotive made of cold had hurtled out of Canada and crashed into a million trees, flaming the leaves, setting the woods on fire. The sky is a thick, cold gauze, but there's a soup special at the Waffle House downtown. And the Jack Parsons show is up at the museum, full of luminous red barns. Or maybe I'll visit beautiful Donna, the kickboxing queen from Santa Fe, and roll around in her fold-out bed. I know there are some people out there who think I am supposed to end up in a room by myself with a gun and a bottle full of hate, a locked door, and my slack mouth open like a disconnected phone. But I hate those people back from the core of my donkey soul, and the hatred makes me strong, and my survival is their failure, and my happiness would kill them. So I shove joy like a knife into my own heart over and over, and I force myself toward pleasure, and I love this November life, where I run like a train, deeper and deeper into the land of my enemies. And we're gonna stay on that train for a minute at least. This last bit here is not a poem but an excerpt from a novel. This comes from Look Homeward Angel by Asheville's own Thomas Wolfe. And anyone read that? Joe? Yes. You really? You got through it? It's a thick one. All right, well, my apologies to Joe, but I am going to do an excerpt from Look Homeward Angel. Make of it what you will. And I believe this is when this is before Thomas was born, when his father was first coming to Asheville. Of course, they're thinly veiled characters, but so this is Oliver. The train rattled on over the reeking earth. Rain fell steadily. A brakeman came draftily into the dirty plush coach and emptied a scuttle of coal into the big stove at the end. High, empty laughter shook a group of yokels sprawled on two-turned seats. The bell tolled mournfully above the cackling wheels. There was a droning, intermittent wait at the junction town near the foothills. Then the train moved on again across the vast rolling earth. Dusk came. The huge bulk of the hills was foggily emergent. Small smoky lights went up in the hillside shacks. The train crawled dizzily across high trestles spanning ghostly hawsers of water. Far up, far down, plumed with wisps of smoke, toy cabins stuck to bank and gulch and hillside. The train toiled sinuously up among gouged red cuts with slow labor. As darkness came, Oliver descended at the little town of Old Stockade where the rails ended. The last great wall of the hills lay stark above him as he left the dreary little station and stared into the greasy lamplight of a country store. Oliver felt that he was crawling like a great beast into this circle of those enormous hills to die. The next morning, he resumed his journey by coach. His destination was the little town of Altamont, 24 miles away beyond the rim of the great outer wall of the hills. As the horses strained slowly up the mountain road, Oliver's spirit lifted a little. It was a gray, golden day in late October, bright and windy. There was a sharp bite and a sparkle in the mountain air. The range soared above him, close, immense, clean, and barren. The trees rose gaunt and stark. They were almost leafless. The sky was full of windy white rags of cloud. A thick blade of mist washed slowly around the rampart of a mountain. Below him, a mountain stream foamed down its rocky bed, and he could see little dots of men laying the track that would coil across the hill toward Altamont. Then the sweating team lipped the gulch of the mountain, and among soaring and lordly ranges that melted away in purple mist, they began the slow descent toward the high plateau on which the town of Altamont was built. In the haunting eternity of these mountains, rimmed in their enormous cup, he found sprawled out on its 100 hills and hollers a town of 4,000 people. There were new lands. His heart lifted. This town of Altamont had been settled soon after the Revolutionary War. It had been a convenient stopping-off place for cattle drovers and farmers in their swing eastward from Tennessee into South Carolina. And for several decades before the Civil War, it enjoyed a summer patronage of fashionable people from Charleston and the plantations of the hot South. When Oliver first came to it, It had begun to get some reputation not only as a summer resort, but as a sanitarium for tuberculars. Several rich men from the north had established hunting lodges in the hills, and one of them had bought huge areas of mountain land, and with an army of imported architects, carpenters, and masons, was planning the greatest country estate in America. Something in limestone with pitched slate roofs and 183 rooms. It was modeled on the chateau at Blois. There, I'm not sure that's how you say that. I'm going to go with that. Blois, Blois, Blois. There was also, there was also a vast new hotel, a sumptuous wooden barn rambling comfortably upon the summit of a commanding hill. But most of the population was still native, recruited from the hill and country people in the surrounding districts. They were Scotch-Irish mountaineers, rugged, provincial, intelligent, and industrious. Oliver had about $1,200 saved from the wreckage of Cynthia's estate during the winter when he rented a little shack at one edge of the town's public square, acquired a small stock of marbles, and set up business. He had to do little at first, save to think of the prospect of his death. During the bitter and lonely winter, while he thought he was dying, the gaunt scarecrow Yankee that flapped muttering through the streets became an object of familiar gossip to the townspeople. All the people at his boarding house knew that at night he walked his room with great caged strides, and that a long, low moan that seemed wrung from his bowels quivered incessantly on his thin lips. But he spoke to no one about it. And then the marvelous Hills spring came, green, golden, with brief spurting winds, the magic and fragrance of the blossoms, warm gusts of balsam. The great wound in Oliver began to heal. His voice was heard in the land once more. There were purple flashes of the old rhetoric, the ghost of the old eagerness. One day in April, as with fresh, awkward senses, he stood before his shop, watching the flurry of life in the square. Oliver heard behind him the voice of a man who was passing, and that voice, flat, drawling, complacent, touched with sudden light a picture that had lain dead in him for 20 years. Hits a comin'. According to my figures, hits due June 11th, 1886. Oliver turned and saw retreating the burly, persuasive figure of the prophet he had last seen vanishing down the dusty road that led to Gettysburg and Armageddon. "Who is that?" he asked a man. The man looked and grinned. "That's Bacchus Pentland," he said. "He's quite a character. There are a lot of his folks around here." Oliver wet his thumb, his great thumb, briefly. Then, with a thin grin, he said, "Has Armageddon come yet?" "He's expecting it any day now," said the man. Yeah, I was actually standing outside of Thomas Wolf's house the other night, and I got talking to this guy who had been having a really rough time, and you know, since the storm and everything, going through a lot of trauma with that. We got to talking about Thomas Wolfe, and of course he'd said he'd never read any of Wolfe, you know, I talked about how Wolfe was a big influence on Jack Kerouac, the guy who read some Kerouac, and you can kind of see it. Yeah, so, but he said he never read any, so I was like, well, you want to hear some? And I recited the A Stone, a Leaf, an Unfound Door poem by Wolfe, and the guy looks at me and says, man, I need to go to bed. And he walks off into the night. Might not have been the best poem to read him in that moment, but hey, I tried. Anyway, here's a little bit of Rumi of the Barks translation I'll read you with. Thanks for hanging out tonight. It's been a really fun night. I've enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Keep coming back every Wednesday night. Y'all hang out. We still got plenty of kava to go around. Tip your bartenders. And thanks to my crew as well, Eric and Morgan. Y'all fucking rock. And all the performers tonight. Appreciate y'all. Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk about. Ideas, language, even the phrase each other doesn't make any sense. Let the beauty we love be what we do. Cheers, friends. Bula. Thanks, y'all. Love y'all. Woo! Thanks for hanging out tonight. It's been another great edition of Poetry Open Mic Asheville, Asheville's longest running and voted best open mic. Thanks to your support. Many thanks to Sovereign Kava, our awesome crew tonight, Fox, Savvy. My name is Caleb Bysert. Our technical director is Morgan Bysert. Our audio engineer is Eric Severance. Thanks a lot, y'all. Peace and love. Where do you...